edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Here's the starting group for Kansas City. We've got Johnson. He's out there with Miller. And it's Boston in at the 2.
Well, as somebody who grew up in New York and New Jersey, I was a Knicks fan, right? They have such a great history. Think back to the championship team of the 70s, Walt Clyde Frazier, then the Patrick Ewing era, Bernard King. They have had so many Hall of Famers.
And the basket by Knox.
Randle can do a little bit of everything. That's a great find to get his teammate an open look.
Knicks lead 3.
Guarded by Robinson. Robinson pulls it in. And Doris, growing up around New York, what makes this Knicks franchise so special?
Well, I think certainly the energy of the city, the passion for the game of basketball, playing in the Mecca, how fired up opponents are to play in Midtown Manhattan. The Knicks are a team that everyone follows.
Randle passes to Smith. And the whip. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And an early swap like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
They get it back. Robinson. The slam dunk by Robinson.
Long arms, tremendous athleticism, and pursuit of the basketball. Mitchell Robinson working the glass right now.
And first time out for the game called here for the Knights. And Greg, in the era of positionless basketball, Mitchell Robinson is an old school center, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, during his first 4 years in the league, Robinson didn't attempt a single three. Has led the league in shooting percentage, so Mitchell knows his role.
Now, here is Miller. Maxey finds Miller. Trying to get open is Johnson. Shots good by Miller.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Knox. Tips it up, and Robinson is right there.
How about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Trying to get open is Johnson. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Unloads from 13. And again, it's New York.
Well, sometimes the defense can be great, and Dennis Smith Jr. says, I can make contested shots.
Guarded by Robinson. Excellent D that time from Robinson. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Knox. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Knox has got his second basket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Maxey passes to Johnson. Back to Maxey. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Dennis Smith. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Kansas City trails by 7. Shoots from the block. Excellent D that time from Robinson.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And while it's still very early in the season, the top team
getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Brazdeikis is checked in, and Wallace subbed in for Smith. And it's Kansas City's ball. 8-point game. Down low. No good there. Some solid defense from Robinson.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Back to Randle. Tipped away. Here's Johnson. No good on the shot. And New York the other way now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this. It looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Guarded by Robinson. And there it is for him. He has 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Passes it to Brazdeikis. Wallace against Maxey. Up again, and Robinson is right there. Robinson's got 9 points.
Now off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. The Knicks making a switch here. Sims is checked in. Kansas City shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Leading by 5. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's Maxey. That one, no good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Brazdeikis, and Miller with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And taken away by Johnson. From the stripe. Got a hand on it.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first quarter. Here's Sims. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like even he was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And continuing to press their advantage. They're not taking their foot off the gas.
Wallace. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And boy, have they come out strong. Really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
13.
Wallace against Maxey. Miller outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Boston. It's tipped. Here's Grimes, covered by Miller. Grimes with the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 14.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Looking to end the run, and that's 2 points on the layup. 8 points for him.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Back to Wallace. McCourty is guarded by Johnson. Back to Wallace. Over Johnson. McCourty controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Gets himself open and drills it. From outside the arc, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. Mitchell Robinson firing on all cylinders, guys, for New York. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. Back to the action in just a minute.
And your Knicks City Kings.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
the offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
Setting the floor for Kansas City. Here's Knox, and 2 free throws coming. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here is Smith. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And Noel kicks to Smith. Barrett against Miller. Here's Hartenstein, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Julius Randle's checked in for the Knicks.
Into the lineup for your New York Knicks, Julius Randle.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And good that time. Knox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success? He says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. Here's Randle. The Knights making their last shot. Got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. Barrett covering. Nice D from Barrett.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
There's the dish to Smith. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
The Knicks leading by 12 to the paint. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
Knicks lead 35-21.
Aston Moore. That one drops for him.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Smith, the pass to Barrett. Now here is Smith. That's a 2 from Randle. Misses the chippy right there.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Now here's Freedom. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Smith, the pass to Knox. He dishes it to Robinson. Miller against Barrett. Back to Robinson. Good on the bucket. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this team doesn't necessarily rely on consistent scoring from Mitchell Robinson, so this is a bonus right now.
11 feet away, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Kansas City shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. He hits the second from the line. New York leading by 11. And McBride gets it to go. And a look at the mobile one drive. driving right into your living room.
Yeah, and even up big, still playing the right way, keeping that aggressive nature and attacking the rim.
It's deflected.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Back to Wallace. Here's Grimes. Misses the three. Back to Miller. Over Wallace. Lock at 6. And Kansas City misses again.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And that's how you pick up second chance. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Miller inside. Wallace covering. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down again to 13 points with the basket from Miller. McBride passes to Wallace. Here's McBride. And the layup falls. McBride's got 4 this quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
It's taken away by Wallace.
2 minutes remaining in the first
Always
half.
going up for the alley-oop here. McCourty. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Sunogo. First personal foul. Second team foul.
For New York, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
At the line, 2 shots.
Shooting 2. And the first one at the line is good. And it's a completely new group here for Kansas City. He's off on the second.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Kansas City, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
At the line, 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Evaluating recent attempts, Doris, to create super teams. They haven't quite worked out as planned, have they?
What we understand now is the game isn't played on paper. So many things go into winning. Chemistry, health, and if you risk your future trying to put together a super team with no consideration for what comes next, that can be problematic.
And the rejection by Gafford. And it's Mays missing. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for New York. 1:15 left in the first half. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. So it's the Knicks now. 15-point game. Here's Grimes, 6 to shoot.
And after that solid opening quarter, you can see now he is definitely starting to cool off.
Mays passes to Boston. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. Inside. Stripped away. And they're running. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Miller, right side. Gafford trying to break free. Miller, no luck. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brasdakis, covered by Miller. Sims dishes to Wallace. 6 on the shot clock. No good off the back of the rim. The pass to Mays. To the left side wing. Here's Boston. Unable to get that one. So it's New York. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau. Coach, what has gone well for your team in the first half?
Started making plays, play unselfishly, force the defense to shift, attack, get downhill, then make a play.
Your guys followed the instructions to the letter. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Big-time play throughout the first half from Mitchell Robinson. He had 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block. He's been a different player than he was in their last outing when he was off his game. He's rounded back into form tonight. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
The difference in bench points is staggering. Their second unit came to play tonight. They were aggressive. You got to figure the starters are loving it, seeing how much work their second unit is getting done.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
They're getting abused in the paint defensively. Their opponents set the tone. You can't match up physically, you're toast. That's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast with butter.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
On your feet.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Now you have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Randle and Robinson will be the inside pair. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. And it's Smith in at the point guard. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Here's Barrett. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, that's about hustle and having a knack for knowing where the shot's coming off. R.J. Barrett on the glass.
Miller surveying the floor. At the top of the key, Maxey. Miller, the pass to Boston. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
That's from
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Smith finds Randle, and Randle throws it down.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, and the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently. And I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
And here are the Knicks now. After the miss from Tyrese Maxey. It's good. Barrett's got 4 points this quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
31.
Passes it to Boston. Pass to Miller. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
What's up?
Miller, no good on the free throw. The Knicks leading by 17. Smith in the posts. He's covered by Maxey. Robinson misses. And it's Kansas City's ball. Kicks to Miller. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Johnson for 3, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Randle with the bucket. Randle's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, defense is smart to get close to Randle, but he powers through it anyway.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this junction.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Some noise for your Knicks city answer.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Randle. Kansas City also with a sub. Freedom's checked in. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Maxey against Smith. Out to Miller. Shot clock at 6. A putback. Offensive rebound. The shot's good. Miller's got 7.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Noel. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And the Knicks lead by 19.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
In the pass to Maxey. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Assist from
absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Here's Barrett. Oh, and the jam by Barrett.
Oh, my goodness, that was electric. R.J. Barrett with a little flash.
And the burst of quickness on display with the Mobile One drive.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Miller outside. Austin the pass to Maxey. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Barrett's got 5 rebounds tonight to the inside. Here's Smith. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Here's Johnson. The Knicks pull it in. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Robinson with the block.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing. Quick to rise up and swat that one away.
So both teams making some changes here. Outside, Maxey. And Kansas City misses again.
I'll tell you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Kansas City trails by 19. Here's Miller, and it's blocked.
R.J. Barrett has strength and length on the defensive end, and that makes that block an easy one.
Has to grind. it to Wallace. 5 to shoot. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 15.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And Barrett has got the ball here for New York.
And growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spending a lot of his childhood in France.
Here's Grimes, a 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. And the Knicks making a change here. Brazdeikis is checked in. There's 1:26 left to play here in the third. Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Nash is R.J.'s godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life, and you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
And so it's New York with it. The Knights making their last shot. And the pass to Sims. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. The Knights making a switch here. Mays checked in. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer on the way. They grabbed their own miss. New York, no good that time either.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Over to the wing. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. High post shot. Robinson pulls it in. Passes it to Brazdeikis. Pass to McBride. Puts up a 3. Off on that one. And so it's New York taking a 19-point lead into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for Kansas City. Daniel Gafford is out there with Miller. And it's Mays in at the point. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway. And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
Here's Boston. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First personal foul.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
That free throw, no good. The Knights making a switch here. And he's good on the second. Isn't it great? The NBA is becoming a global product. More games are scheduled overseas. Doris, any locations you'd like to go to call a game? Maybe you and I could do a game in the Bahamas. How does that sound?
I love it, Kevin. If they're tipping it up, I'd love to be there. And think about it, beyond the travel and the opportunity to see the world, the opportunity to expose new fans to this game that we love so much, certainly not something to take lightly. Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Randle's gotten 4 of his 7 shots to go. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Boston. Fires top of the key. And he connects with the jumper. Here's Smith. There's the pass to Brazdeikis. Here's Knox. To the middle, to 40, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I like to see Kevin finding his teammates. That's how people want to play with you.
Here's Boston, and the shot is good.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Now Smith passes to Knox. And in this era of player movement, Greg, we're seeing guys often pick teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
Wow, you don't see Dennis Smith Jr. block a shot every game. Man, he's got some vertical.
Here's Brazdeikis. Pocket 6. Out to Smith. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Cloak loose. Smith inside. He's covered by Maxey.
Awaiting foul. Tyrese Maxey. 2nd personal foul. 2nd team foul. Party. At the line, 2 shots.
And the first one drops. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing 2 bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Releases. And Kansas City misses again.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Pass to Randle. To the paint. It's intercepted. Miller right side. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Johnson, the pass to Maxey. Pass to Johnson. Ball's knocked loose. Back to Maxey. Miller outside. Takes the 3. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. New York moving the ball around. McCourty Trying to get open is Randle. Good D by Johnson. Kansas City trails by 21. Miller with a wide open look. A second chance effort. Randle grabs the board. New York with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Here's Smith. The Knights making their last shot. There's a minute 47 left to play in the final quarter. Back to Knox. Clock is at 3. Trying to get open is Randle. Out to Smith. Out of bounds. The Knights now with possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And some changes here for Kansas City. .132 left in the game. Now the pass to Morrow. Hands it from downtown.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for New York.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
They pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Robinson.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Here's McBride. And again, it's the Knicks missing. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponents.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.